What's going on, guys? Bexio, and today we are looking at Bitcoin because maybe the bottom is in for Bitcoin. Who knows? But we had a lot of contagion, a lot of companies going bankrupt already, and Voyager, the recent one, is a pretty big name one. Billions of dollars in collateral and crypto assets gone from people, money taken away, lots of panic. Entering the market, forcing people to leave, forcing liquidations, all these different type of events have happened and pushed the price down. We saw it as low as $17,000. But now, we kind of recovered here. So maybe that could have been the big event where there was a lot of fear, a lot of panic, and a lot of uncertainty of these other crypto companies. But it seems like even if another crypto company goes bankrupt, as long as it's not Coinbase, maybe Gemini, Binance, or FTX, maybe the market will just kind of look at it and say, well, getting rid of the trash companies. But if we look at the Bitcoin chart right here, we can see right here the price 21,800. We're nearing 22K. Got over it for a little bit earlier, but not right now. Fell under. We actually have a pretty good thing shaping up on this Bitcoin chart. If we just look at kind of support levels, we see we actually broke this one right here for 20,900, basically 2,100, and we're sustaining above it. So we had a candle where we broke above it, and this next candle where we had this kind of run up to 22.4, and it's even come back down to 21.1, 21.2, but it didn't come. It can come back down to just under 20,000, pretty close here. Are we going to take it? Maybe, but we're having at least this candle break and a full candle that's looking like it's going to stay in here, which could be a good sign for us to actually have a run up to this next line, which could be around this 28,600 level. So we could see it kind of rally pretty quick. There's a lot of talks of that happening. A lot of people who trade Bitcoin and track the charts and everything looking at this saying we could have a big move to like this $28,000 level, and even people saying that we could have a massive move to like 50K by the end of the month. I would love to see that. I don't know if we're gonna see that, but from what this looks like, if we can sustain above here and continue moving up, it'll probably be pretty quick move up, just like it was a quick move down. All the contagion collapsing, leverage getting cleared out, liquidated, and kind of hovering here, and then we are rallying here too. And we actually got the kind of green candles here instead of just the insane downward pressure we had for the last few months, where it just seemed like every single weekly candle was just red and going down in price. At least we kind of stabilized here, had a mix, and now it's looking a little bit better. But especially something on the daily here, just simple levels, just support, resistance, nothing crazy. But we've broken this, have a candle above, and could see a quick move to like 28K as long as we don't break back down. But this was some of the stuff going on that caused the massive moves down in Bitcoin, caused the panic, and why it's actually a good thing. So this Will Clemente talks long term, it's incredibly positive to flush out all of this over leveraged Ponzi garbage. Completely agree. It's a good thing to get rid of these companies that were irresponsible, over leveraged, and lied about their risk management. Where, like Voyager said, they're great risk management. They know what they're doing. All of the platforms said it. Celsius too, and now we see them collapsing, bankruptcy, and even a bunch of other crypto firms just kind of with freezing withdrawals. Lots of things going on. And getting rid of those trash companies brings in more support for the good ones and brings in better innovation. You learn from what these people and companies did wrong. And that's kind of what he says here. By the end of this, only the genuine good faith actors will remain that are here to push the space forward, not leech off of it and give it a bad reputation. Nature is healing. Happens every time. Pretty much every cycle we have something where there's just massive boom bust and things that are booming. You get all the scammers coming in, and then everything goes bust, and you get wiping out those bad actors, and the good actors stick around and build. And maybe part of the good news for Bitcoin's price kind of moving up is that Celsius completely paid off their Bitcoin loan. So their liquidation price is now $0. It's been dropping a lot over the past few weeks. They've continued trying to pay it off, and now it's completely paid off. So I think they had like 14,000 or 17,000 wrapped Bitcoin that would have gotten liquidated if, they went bankrupt or declared bankruptcy or continued getting hit by these kinds of waves of crypto contagion. They were kind of the first one to freeze withdrawals and kind of go down, but they seem like they're working through it. So Voyager said they're going to work through it, but they declared bankruptcy. Celsius might still declare bankruptcy and might get bought up by the rumors of like Goldman Sachs. But for now, at least we don't have to worry about their Bitcoin loan and wrapped Bitcoin getting liquidated and flooding the market with like 15,000 Bitcoin. And a big thing to look at too is just kind of the growing adoption of Bitcoin. Like this says, real signal regarding Bitcoin adoption. Every price drawdown, some new market participants leave that were only here for price go up. But there's a higher base of people who gain conviction in Bitcoin and stay. This happens every single cycle as well. Just kind of every single time. You see, even going back to 2012, you have base level and then the price going up massively. You have a lot of people come and join. The price goes down. People drop more, but you get a higher base level each time. It's a higher base level than the last time. And that just shows people are getting into Bitcoin. Maybe you start and get into Bitcoin because price goes up and you want to make a lot of money and get rich, but then you go down, select people. A lot of people are going to not actually learn about Bitcoin, but some people are going to learn about it, go down the rabbit hole, see what it's all about, learn about self-sovereignty, taking your money into your own hands and what Bitcoin can actually do, why it's so important. And then they stick around. So the price goes down, they continue buying. So this is good for the price too, because every time the base goes up, that's more people who are stacking sats, who just throw money into the market every time they get paid. They put some money in DCA. That takes Bitcoin into strong hands because people that stick around are the strong hands. So they continue to take Bitcoin off the market and combine that with a halving. Then that happens every 4 years about. Then you get massive moves up in price as there's less Bitcoin coming in to the supply. And there's more getting taken out by strong hands who aren't looking to sell anytime soon. And then just to end this video off, you have Bloomberg senior analyst says Bitcoin could soon kickstart the greatest bull market in history. It's kind of crazy to see everything going on with Bitcoin, where it started as rat poison, Ponzi scheme, don't get near it, to now the big banks and financial guys and Wall Street guys and analysts are looking at Bitcoin saying, this thing could kickstart the bull market. Bitcoin could do this. Bitcoin could do that. They're getting involved in Bitcoin. So it's funny to see it kind of grow. Adoption continues to take over on regular people and retail. And now we're seeing institutional adoption, which is going to be lots of money flooding in, could affect the price, obviously going up. And then the next step would be countries adopting, which we already kind of have with El Salvador really kickstarting it and a few other countries kind of making it legal tender. But Bitcoin definitely on an uptrend in adoption, on an uptrend with its price, on an uptrend with everything fundamentally. So even short term, that the bears want to celebrate that Bitcoin's at 20K, 21K. Again, in 2024, when Bitcoin has a halving and the price runs up, they're going to be complaining and saying how it's worthless and just all this stuff going on. So the Bitcoin price looks pretty decent. The chart shaping up pretty nice. Fundamentals still looking good. Adoption still moving forward. Nothing to really panic about. When we dropped below the last all-time high, which was like 19.5 or something, when we went to the 17K and we're around that level for a few days even, it was not a fun time because we don't want to drop below that level. That's historically never really happened. I think it's happened once in the Mt. Gox hack of Bitcoin, which was a long time ago. And for people who were around back then, I wish I was, they are saying that right now feels similar to that. So maybe, just things kind of playing out similarly, and we're just going to continue moving on after all this craziness stops. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in my next